Welcome to the Life of a Fit Pro. I'm your Fit Pro host, Andra Anderson, and I'm so glad that you are here. I thought it'd be really fun. And of course, my clients will know what I mean when I say the word fun. Don't worry, we're not doing burpees or push ups in this episode. We could, just kidding. I thought it'd be really fun to take a deep dive on how I create a strength based workout. So, for a little background, I have been teaching fitness for almost 17 years, and I have been a certified personal trainer for 6 years. So, in that course of time, I've had the privilege, the honor, the opportunity to work with a wide variety of clients, ages, fitness levels, abilities, interests, attitudes, all of the above. And for that reason, I think I have I have a really good basis of movement in humans. I love having clients that come to class who have not worked out for years. I love having clients who were star athletes in high school and like need to build strength again and understand what it means to work out and to move as an adult. I love people that are getting back into it after maybe being sidelined with an injury. I love people that are coming back postpartum. I love people who are going into it knowing that they're hoping to become pregnant, and just want to be like the best version of themselves before they embark on that journey. I love having college students come to class, high school students. I have clients that are like 6, 7, 8 years old. I love the full range, and being able to witness the fitness abilities and movements and patterns and journeys of this wide variety of clients, I feel like I'm in a really great position to build a fantastic class. Now, I teach a wide variety of modalities. I think the last time I counted, I had 17 certifications, something along those lines. I don't use all of them all the time, but every single certification that I have completed has aided my my abilities, my capabilities as a fitness professional. And that's something that's really special. And I'm very proud of all of the work, all of the time, all of the energy that has gone into being the professional that I am today. And I thought, let me like share a little piece of that. For whatever reason, boot camp has popped off this past year, and it had a moment. Actually, it's so funny that we're doing this 2016 trend, this 10-year flashback, which your girl participated on Instagram. Go check that out. I I love that we're doing that, and it was such a good reminder as I was going back through photos that 2016 was a big year for my HIIT and my boot camp classes as well. And then I sort of took a little dip. I focused a little more on the cardio things because that's what people really wanted. It was I had to convince people that strength was important in 2016, and it's so exciting now in 2026. I don't have to convince anybody that strength is a vital part of your fitness, like overall workout routine. That is so crazy to me. I'm obsessed. I love it. I'm so glad that people are coming to me saying that they want to work on their strength. They want to build strength. They want to understand how their body moves in strength patterns. And that's just been such a privilege to witness. Um, so I thought, okay, let me share some of my secret sauce, and I will just a little this week's Tuesday tea. I'm going to be talking about fitness trend projections, and strength plays a big part in that outlook. Sort of again as my putting my crystal ball from my 17 years of fitness experience. What do I think is going to be making waves in 2026? So that will be Tuesday tea. Strength is a big part of that. So I thought this episode we could really dive into what is strength. And I'll start with this, and this might be a hot take. And as somebody who offers these classes, you might be like, whoa, why are you saying this? True strength training is not something that you will likely be able to achieve in a group class setting. Now, having said that, I'm a big proponent of any movement is good movement. If you like it and if it gets you moving, it's excellent. It's great. It's beautiful. If you are looking for hypertrophy, if you are looking to have big gains, if you are looking for individualized plans, group fitness is not the place to go. But I will say, in a group strength class, you're going to learn a lot about your body. You're going to have the opportunity to learn from others. And you still have that option and opportunity to have professional eyes on you in a good way, looking at you, looking at your form, that sort of thing. And honestly, it's a better financial situation as well, because group classes are going to be less expensive than your individual personal classes. Okay. Knowing that, having that as a truth in the back of my mind, knowing that true strength is super hard to do really well in a group format, I do my best to make it the absolute most efficient, the best bang for your buck, the closest I can to being strength training. And here's how I do it. I look at what is strength? How do you get strength? Strength comes from periods of movement, with lifting, with using body weight, with using bands, followed by periods of rest. So I use Tabata style strength training, 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10-second break. Is that enough break? Probably not. Probably not. But if you're someone who is interested in understanding how strength works, strength movements, it's a great start. Group strength classes, circuits, boot camps are a fantastic way to start. And as you start to feel like, okay, I need a little more, that's when I really recommend doing personal training. That will help keep you challenged. However, I will say some clients that come to classes that I feel like maybe should and could level up to personal training, and I'll tell you, having that little bit of competition and competition in a friendly way, in a group class, I feel like sometimes people perform better when they know that there are other people like with them and watching them. So for that reason, I feel like group strength training could actually be a really good thing, a really good thing. Okay. So the periods of rest are super important for strength. So I incorporate the Tabata. I will do, sometimes I'll do focused muscles. So there are different theories on this. I feel like you could probably do full body 3 days a week, and that could be your strength training. But if you're really looking for some gains, if you're really looking to change your body shape, your structure, your muscle mass, you want to focus. You want to focus on a lower body day. You want to focus on a back and biceps. You want to focus on shoulders and glutes or shoulders and tries. Like you want to have focused effort. So I will incorporate some of that into my boot camp classes, especially if we have multiple days of boot camp in a row. So if I offer a Friday night, a Saturday morning, and a Sunday morning, and I've had people come to all three, I want to make sure you're getting the nice rotation and you're not overdoing it, because rest is important, not only during the workout, but in between the workouts. You want things to tear down and rebuild. They rebuild stronger. So I would not make you do, insane lunges and squats Friday night and then do it again Saturday morning. I might have you do it Friday and Sunday though. I might space it out a little bit. I give it a day, sometimes 2 days rest. So I will incorporate that more focused training because I do teach multiple days in a row, and I will have clients that will come all of those days. So I have to kind of change it based on who's coming, how often they're coming, and I look at all of that, and that is part of my secret sauce. I pay very close attention to who's coming to class, what's going to help them feel successful, what's going to challenge them, and what's going to make or break their day in a good way. In a good way. With that, so that those are sort of like the macro big level things. Then I look at the particular exercises I'm doing. I know I get more feedback, I get more positive feedback when I have used all 5 and sometimes 7 movements. All right, I think we've talked about this before, but I'll go over it again in case you missed that episode. We've got your squat, lunge, hinge, push, pull. Those are your 5. Squat, lunge, hinge, push, pull. If you incorporate those 5 elements into your strength training, you're likely going to feel pretty good about it. It's going to feel like a complete workout. You're going to feel like you gave it your good energy. You worked a lot of different types of movement levels. That's a really great way to program your class. Um, if you can also add walk and carry, so adding on to the squat, hinge, push, pull, lunge, then walk and carry, that is like cherry on top. So when I program my own strength, so I do 2, sometimes 3 days a week of my own lifts, I do all 7. For me, that's what I want. I want to feel, I want all 7 of those movements. I'm really working on grip strength because I feel my grip strength starting to go and I don't like it. So I'm really working on grip strength. I'm up to what did I do last week? 50 pounds, so 25 pounds in each hand for like 4 laps around the gym, which is, it takes me like 90 seconds. I'm trying to get up to 2 minutes, 70% of my body weight. It's going to take a minute, but that's another element. So those 7 movements, those 7 types of movements, if you incorporate those 7 types of movements into your workout, you are more likely to feel like you got the best bang for your buck. So I really try to incorporate those into my classes. What I just mentioned with my grip strength and trying to work up to 70% of my body weight for a carry, that's another element of strength, is progressive overload. You want to keep going heavier. And this is where it's really hard in a group fitness class to do. Um, we're limited. We're limited with the equipment that we have. I'm limited with the equipment that I can offer. One way I can help people level up is by adding a pulse, adding a little extra element of a movement, doubling up on weights. I try to do those things, but in my own equipment, I don't have higher than 50 pounds. Do I even have 50 pounds? 45 might be the highest that I have. So if you are looking to get gains past a certain point and you hit 45 and you keep doing 45, that's conditioning. That's still great. You're still moving and it still is going to be great. But if you want to continue to build that strength, progressive overload, that's where working with a personal trainer and having access to a bigger gym might be a beneficial thing for you. But for the most part, the clients that come to me, that find me, like working out for the community, like working out for the movements, feeling good, that sort of thing. I have yet to, well, I guess I've had a couple of clients that were really specifically working on strength, and I did personal training with them. So it's different for everybody. And that's where I really like group fitness. I love it because we can dabble in those things, and I do my best to make it as complete and as efficient and as great as it can, without it being too much on one individual, right? It's a community kind of effort. Okay, so we need time, we need rest time. We want to, if you're looking for that hypertrophy, if you're looking for those gains, might want to focus on muscle groups and have days in between. You want to try to move through all those 5 or 7 types of movements, and you want to look for that progressive overload where you're constantly getting better. I personally wouldn't do, like, I'm still, have I changed? So I started a new strength set for myself the first week of January starters, and I've increased a little bit. I've increased maybe 10% on weights, and it's been almost 4 weeks. Like, you don't need crazy jumps in those changes and those increases, just like a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, and you will see. I feel it. I feel stronger already, and that's just 4 weeks of movement, which is kind of amazing, kind of amazing. So I do those things, and the other thing that I do to have strength in my group classes and really build intentionally around the idea of strength training is planes of movement. So there are 3 main planes of movement. You have your frontal, which is side to side, which is funny because you would think frontal would be forward and back. I always get tripped up on that one. Frontal is the side to side movement. So anything that's moving away or toward your body, toward the midline. So I'll incorporate those kinds of movements. Like today, we did a band around the ankles and a step out to the side. That's cool. You also have your sagittal, which is forward and back. That could also include frontal. could also be up and down. So sagittal could be like your hinges, it could be your deadlifts, things like that. We did a lunge with a hinge today with a ball underneath. That was fun. So you can make it fun. Strength doesn't have to be so serious. I love that we're doing that now. Like it's not just, thinking like, who be serious and focused in the gym. Like, yes, you want to be serious and focused, but like having fun is what gets more people excited about it. That is my whole business MO. Have fun. Have fun moving your body, period. That's it. All right, and then you have your transverse, which is crossing. So today we did like a twist to the side. I'll do a lot of twists. I like doing intentional twisting. We'll do a lot of that, but I'll incorporate all 3 planes of movement so you feel like you have worked on all possible pieces and sides of your body, which is really cool. So that feels good. So there's like a little bit of mastery that goes into. I'm not just like, oh, a squat sounds good today. There's a reason behind every movement that I choose, whether it is to find to work within that 5 to 7 essential movements, the 3 planes of movement, to challenge the people who are coming, to level up the people who are coming, to incorporate a community feel into the class. There's a lot that goes into it. So that's why it feels good. It feels good because heart and energy and intentionality was put behind it. And yeah, that's why I got into this. I got into this to be creative. I got into this to help other people. I got into this to educate people. And I will do those tidbits in class. I'll be like, hey, we're moving in our frontal plane now. And people are probably like, okay, I literally don't care. But you would if we didn't do it. You would care if we didn't do it. You would feel it. You would feel the difference. You would feel the difference. But that's how I put together strength-based workouts for groups. And I I like I like doing strength training with personal clients. I have a better groove in group fitness at the moment. If I didn't have my solid job, I would definitely take more personal training clients, but that's just not where I am at the moment. But that's not to say that that might not happen in the next 3 to 5 years is my grand plan. So if you are listening to this or if you're a client and you've been working with me in a group and you really want some more individualized attention, I'd be open to talking with you about personal training. I feel like right now my energy is best given at the group level, but I really like helping individuals too. So we'll see in the future. We'll see. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me this week. I got this cute new mic. Isn't it so cute? It's fuzzy if you're watching it. Oh, I just touched it. I'm sorry. And that was really fun to do. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on strength training in a group setting. And hopefully I'll see you in a class or virtually. I have tons of strength, different videos and workouts on YouTube, and I love sharing those with you. So thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.